Hello and welcome back to the BuildCraft / Red Power Station using combustion engines and stuff. As you can see, I left the water system running a bit, and these waterproof cobblestone pipes are absolutely filled to the brim with water, and all of the engines are nicely filled with water. So we'll go have a look at that and just see what it is actually doing. I think the tanks are full, all the pipes are full, the infinite water sources are still there, so we can just leave, or you can just leave all of this running, and you shouldn't have to worry about it, because your facility will be always filled with water. Obviously you can change these to gold waterproof pipes if you want it to work slightly more efficiently. Down here you can see, just if you're wondering, this combustion engine lever and this wooden conductor pipe. I just did a little bit of test to see how long I could actually leave a combustion engine without it exploding. Right, so I realised from last episode that although we were making fuel with the refineries and sending it down into the power station, we weren't actually collecting it. So as you can see out here, I've added a couple over there. No, I've added a couple tanks in to store the fuel. So what we're going to do first is we're going to just add the pipes in to store all of that, and right, that should be enough. So we're going to take out this, if I can pull down the hole, there we go, take out this one, pipe this down here. I think we're going to go through, no, we won't go there, we'll go through here, like this. Oop. And then I think we'll come up, oh yeah, brilliant, what a shot. Let's just drag this through here, and hop, hop, hop. There we go. So now all the fuel will be put into these tanks, but we do need to take it out of those tanks. So we're going to need. Oh, why is that bit missing? Let's replace that. That's why I've got these building materials with me, because I always. Actually, no, let's leave that. But I always break stuff. So if you're new to the channel, hello, thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe. I break things. It's quite a common occurrence, as you'll probably find out. Right, so there's those engines. Let's power that one from beneath. There we go. I've done some rewiring up here so that the lights are back on without doing any of the engines. So if I do this, the lights should go off. There we go. And the engines are still all off, and none of the engines turn on when I do that, which is good. Okay, that took a little bit of thinking to try and wire that all around. Okay, so there's all the engines. These should all run. Yep, that runs. You can tell if an engine runs because it kind of gives that little smoky effect. Yeah, they're both running. Oh, I don't think there's anything for it to suck out there. So, and that one will be running because it's directly beneath it. Yeah, you can see it moving there. Okay, that's good. Now we want to take this somewhere. Let's just stick the waterproof teleport pipe in here, and oop. And now I believe the frequency of the one we have in the middle over here is 5. I am correct, it is 5. My memory serves me for once. So let's set this to 5, and camera receive is false, so it sends the stuff instead of receiving it. And that is good. Okay, so now all we need to do, as we've got that set up, is the logic for the power station, which is the fun part, because we all know that logic is really fun. Now everything's set up. There's water, so we can do this. We can do this safely. Now I was thinking, if I destroy this, it gives me a bit more room in here. Right, let's move all of this stuff up to the top, like so, because we're not going to need waterproof pipes in the logic room. Well, we might. Actually, I lied. There's one there, but it's kind of not in the room. It's sort of in the room. Right. So for this, we're going to need bundle cable, cyan insulated wire, blue insulated wire, red alloy. with a good old handy screwdriver. Let's move that down there. Wireless transmitter. I think this is the first time we've actually come across this one, because normally we use the remote. We are going to have the remote. We don't actually really need it, but we'll have it there anyway. We'll just pop it over here. Right, the wireless transmitter, receiver, NOT gate, timer, AND gate, and toggle latch, of which we've all seen before. Right, so let's get started. We've got the 3 inputs, 2 of which are the same. I'm going to run some bundle cable all the way around, connect them all up. If you're new to bundle cable, which you would be if you haven't watched my Red Power doors, the signals go all into one, but obviously only the colour. Right, if a signal were to come through here, it wouldn't go through these, it would only come out the same colour. That's a good explanation, I hope. If it's not, tell me, and I'll work it out. I'll give you a better one. Right, okay, so we're going to want that in there. Where's me toggle gone? There it is. Right, so we're going to want the transmitter. No, not the transmitter. Wrong. Receiver. Receiver in here. And I did have a play around earlier, and that's why there is something called power toggle, of which we're going to set it to. And that's randomly, it's on 200. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It can be any number as long as it's named. And to get that up, you just obviously right-click on the no, I'm going to call it a transmitter again. Receiver. You right-click on the receiver. And from here, we go to Old Faithful, the toggle switch, and we put it the wrong way around, because that's the right way to do it. And for some reason, it won't show up. There we go. Textures unloading. Bad. Bit of red alloy along here. Now, I am going to put another receiver in here, and this one is going to be off, called off. Yeah, that's on 1000 again, random number. I'll show you why I'm putting that one in, because it might seem weird having 2 receivers on the same bit of red alloy wire. And now I seem to be talking like a robot. Yeah, I'll tell you why in a minute. Timer here. Timer is going to be set to, let's just get it to a nice 10, rounded 10, and then we want to set it to 600, so you're going to hear a load of insane mouse clicking now as this slowly goes up to 600. And the reason for 600 is 600 should be, if my math is right, I think it is, should be 10 minutes. So one module will stay on for 10 minutes, and you can very slowly see it turning around there. Right, so from here, we're going to, this is quite compact because it's really small space. We're going to have a toggle around the wrong way, again. The best way is the wrong way. A toggle here, and, oh, not that way. I don't know. Just can't get things in the right direction, so, right. And an and there. So, timer, toggle, and. We're going to want the 2 pieces of coloured wire. We don't need that or that anymore, so we can take them off the hotbar. So one bit there, doesn't matter which way around you have them, as long as they're not the same colour, because then it wouldn't work. Right, now you need to turn off the end of each of the AND switch, because we only want 2 inputs working, so it's shift, and then click, 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 and that, yeah, turns off that one. You shift click to turn on and off the, I said they're like torches that you want. So we want that one off, and that was just the one click to turn that one off. And that one is off because of this toggle here. Now we've got to be careful, because if these turn on, they shouldn't do, but we could end up with, I know, why is that not, oops, something's gone wrong with this one. Let's take this AND switch out and do the clicking again, right? Click, click, click. There we go. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, because otherwise the power station will start running, and we don't want it to do that without us knowing about it. That would be bad. Right, we're now going to add some NOT gates in, so NOT, and then we're going to make it so it only has the forward input. Again, shift clicking to do this, and it looks like, oh, too far. Is that right? No. There we go. This way you can't see the little red bits on the side. It means it's only going forward. Okay, so that is the logic. Easy peasy, isn't it? Look at it. Hardly anything to it. The idea is you're going to have... Ooh. See, now the power station has turned on. So I'm going to... Oops, not spin that. Don't do that with a screwdriver in your hand. That's bad. Oh, no. Okay, that's the right way. Right. Why is it spinning? Just turn off. No, it's still on. Off. There we go. Phew. The power should eventually stop because it takes a little bit of time to dissipate out the pipes. Or not. I think I've got some lagging problems and that's why it's not working as intended. Which always tends to happen for me. Especially while I'm trying to show you how to do things, because it just wants to do it. But I promise you, this does actually work. Right, so the power station is now off. Thank goodness. I think that just was a little bit of a lag spike there. So the idea is, if you send a signal to this toggle, when this red alloy is on, the NOT gates are off, and so this torch here is still lit, and again with this side this torch is still lit. It also stops the timer from spinning because it's got an input in the back, which means there's no timing involved. Now if it's off, I'm not going to do it because it will turn the station on. Actually, it should be alright. There we go. Oh, I've done it with a screwdriver again. Do not do it with a screwdriver, that does not work. Now if it's off, obviously this will start spinning, and this will be sending a signal because there's no signal going into it, which will turn this torch off and mean there's a signal coming through here. Which means one of the banks of engines, that one and this one over here, are now running. We'll just go and turn this off without a screwdriver in our hands. There we go. So now nothing is running, and you can tell that by the power stopping. There we go. Brilliant. Workies it workies. Because that makes sense. Now, we're going to want some weird looking thing. Just because we can have a weird looking thing. No, we're having a weird looking thing here. I think we're going to use some kind of lamp. So let's get a lamp here. What colour lamp? Ooh, choices. We'll take a green lamp, and we'll place it here. Now, we're going to have a button on this lamp. Button on the lamp. And we probably just got rid of the screwdriver, which was a bad idea. Now on the other side, we're going to add a transmitter. Here we go. Now, actually that's facing the wrong way? Right way. It's facing the right way, so we don't actually need to worry about having a screwdriver on us. Now we're going to add a bit of red alloy there, and we're going to change this to power toggle, like so. So what's going to happen now when you hit this button, it's going to flash green, and it's going to start the power station. If you press it again, it'll flash green, and the power station will go off. So this is your power station toggling on and off button. Nice and simple, because you can stick these stuff to the walls. You can do that with any of them, which is kind of cool. So you could have logic all up a wall. If you just had a small, too thick wall, you can have the logic all scrolling up the wall instead of being underneath. So that's how to turn your power station on and off. And obviously you can see where it's been on, a lot of fuel has been produced because it works those refineries very quickly because of the amount of engines we have in there. Now I also want to add a transmitter here. Now this transmitter is going to be set to off, which is on 1000. Obviously you set the names just by choosing your frequency with these buttons. and then typing in the name, say off, and then it would normally say set here, so you click that, and what I'll do is I'll remove it now, and I'll just type off, and then set name, and that will set the name you want. So now when these doors are open, off will be being transmitted, or 1000. Now if I were to try to start the power station, I'd get a green light, but nothing would happen, because there's a red light here. What this does, this is the second receiving dish I added in. This just sends a constant signal through to here, which stops anything working. So, if the doors of the power station are open, I said in a previous episode I would add this in, you don't have to, but if the doors of the power station are open, it will not start. As you can see, I've just shut the doors, and the power station has sprung into life, and the refineries are going. We can start these engines now. This is all connected, so the fuel will begin to flow through. I might move this this switch so we don't activate both of those redstone engines. It may mess up my lighting system, but oh well. There we go. So that was not on. So now it's just fill up the tanks, as you can see there, and for some reason it's going to come straight through into here without the engines being on. Not sure why that's happening. Sometimes it does lag and it thinks it's going through, but it's not, and then it'll like disappear as it did then. And that engine might have still had some residual, can't speak, residual energy in it, or something like that. So that is actually, it's all finished now. Amazing, we're done. So we have our button, we can turn it off on and on manually, and that will turn the whole thing on and off. Obviously when we come through here, all the engines stop as a security feature. As you can see, obviously these all slow down and come to a halt. And this timer obviously will get reset, but that will just spin round for 10 minutes. Obviously I'm not going to sit there and I can't actually show you, because when I do that it turns it off. But that timer will sit there and spin round, and at 10 minutes it will flip the engines round, so it'll be the outer engines running and not the inner engines, which means it will give the inner engines time to cool down. Now the engines obviously go from green when they're warming up, to yellow, to red, and then to dark red. If it's dark red, you have about 20 seconds before it blows everything up. 10 minutes should be enough to get it to yellow, but shouldn't be enough to get it to red. If you do see the engines red for some reason, hit your button, turn it off or open the doors, and then go into that timer and change the timer to something a little less big, like 8 minutes or 6 minutes. Now the reason these refineries aren't actually running is because there's no oil coming into them, so let's turn that on, pump them full of oil again, and they will begin refining. And as you can see, they've refined very, very quickly due to the amount of power they're receiving. Actually, as you can see, the outer bank has started working now, and the inner bank is no longer working. So they've flipped round already. Now I think that might have happened because obviously I'm using Optifine. So the sun went down and came up, and it reset this timer, so it flipped the engines. Right, the last thing I'm going to show you is getting out a quarry, just to prove that this actually does work. It's going to be an amazing quarry because I'm on a world that's 3 deep. So it's not going to dig a lot, but you'll see how quickly it goes. So we'll just pull out a quarry. There we go. We won't bother about landmarks and stuff, although if you want to know about them, I can show you that. I can show you that. That's right. Right, chest here. Now all you're going to need, this is the brilliant thing about this power station, is you're gonna just need power teleport pipe. Now, when you make these, they do cost diamonds. They are expensive, but you get 8 of them. So we've used 2 in there. You have 6, 3. 6, 3. Yeah. So it sounds like I'm just blurting out numbers. 6, 3, 2, 5, 8. No, you have 6, 3. Yeah. 3, 6, 3. That sounds better. So you need to put the teleport pipe here, and then you're going to want conductive pipe. Obviously, stone is the cheapest conductive pipe. There is no cobblestone conductive pipe. As someone asked in the comments why I didn't use it, there is only 3 types of conductive pipe: golden conductive pipe, stone conductive pipe, and wooden conductive pipe. We'll just set this one to 10 and can receive as true. Now this is an easy way. You'll just see how quickly this quarry makes it. I'm going to that off. That's quick. That's very quick, as you can see. This can be used to stop power getting to your quarry. You just got to hit this. Now what should happen is that should go along and it should put it all into this chest. As you can see, the arm moves very quickly compared to if you just had not combustion engines, steam engines with coal. And yeah, so it's just going to go along and it's going to suck that in nice and fast. If you had pipes, it would just be a long, thick line of material. And that is that. I hope you enjoyed this power station tutorial. Next time I might think about doing a sorting system for all of this dirt that's going to come through the power station. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. If you enjoyed the tutorial, please subscribe, and you will get the next one as soon as I put it out. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.